Please be seated. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. So I would like to welcome everyone to the 11th Annual Blessing of the Hands White Coat Ceremony here at Caldwell University in the School of Nursing and Health Sciences. This is such a wonderful, amazing day for your family and loved ones, the students here, selfishly for the faculty and administration as well. We are so blessed to be able to share this with you today and excited to see you all here. Before we begin, Caldwell University puts our students first at all times, and sometimes some special circumstances can arise, and we have some student athletes who need to be on the volleyball court like 5 minutes ago. So I'm going to allow them to come through, receive their blessing in their white coats, so they can do what they need to do to make us Cougars proud, but also allow them to be part of this ceremony. So please allow us to have a short little interlude while we do that. Can I please have my two senior athletes who are going to cloak, our juniors? Thank you. And if I can please have Dean Boreal and Dean Natural with their partners, and if you can get your bowls. The sheets are there as well with your blessing, so we can be ready for the athletes. So if I can have Natalie Piper and Jordan Mack, please come up with your white coats. Give us 1 second, ladies. Come on up. And I'm going to remind everyone, when you come up on stage, please watch out for cords that are here. We do have them taped down, but I want to make sure that everyone is safe coming up. Give us 1 second and let them get ready. And I know you'll join me in wishing our Lady Cougars to have an amazing volleyball game as they go right across the quad here to lead us to victory. Who are we playing? Bridgeport, so up in Connecticut. So let's go Cougars. Okay. So if you want to come on down. Dr. Natural and Kelly, if you'd like to come on down to be ready. All right, ladies. So welcome again. My name is Dr. Kathleen Kelly, and I am the coordinator of student academic success and services, resources, and I put together the programs for this amazing School of Nursing and Health Sciences. And I'd like to welcome you all here today. For our beginning, I'd like to ask Dr. Catherine Minetti to please come forward as she reads for us an invocation.
Dear Lord, your presence is invoked during this beautiful white coat ceremony and throughout the lives of these future nurses. May they appreciate and fulfill the legacy bestowed by many great nurses: Nightingale, Barton, Dix, Wald, and Henderson, to name a few. May their minds be clear to absorb vast knowledge, to employ critical thinking and judgment, and develop clinical skills. They will need to understand the world and all its current trends. Guide their professionalism and teach them your wisdom, grace, and compassion. As they care for all your children, please always bless their hands. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Minetti. I would like to remind everyone to please silence your cell phones so that we don't have interruptions through our program. I'd next like to welcome to the podium Dean Kathleen Boreal. Dean Boreal is our Dean of the School of Nursing and Health Sciences.
Good evening, Dr. Abanza, Dr. Naturel, Sister Kathleen, esteemed faculty, staff, students, parents, and guests. I am Dr. Kathleen Boreal. I'm the Dean of the newly formed, so new that sometimes we slip a little. It is the School of Nursing and Health Services. I am excited to welcome you to our 11th annual White Coat and Blessing of the Hands ceremony. It is both an honor and a privilege to share this time with you as we recognize our junior nursing students as they begin their journey into the nursing profession. You have either completed or are in the process of completing your first nursing courses: Introduction to Professional Nursing, Health and Cultural Assessment, Pathophysiology, and Nursing Fundamentals. These foundational courses form the basis of your nursing practice. And now you are taking the first steps towards patient care in the clinical setting. This semester, you begin learning the nursing process and how to care for patients in the acute care setting. You will continue to learn how to provide nursing care to vulnerable populations across the lifespan, while learning how to adapt to our current healthcare environment. The donning of your white coat symbolizes your transition from the classroom to the clinical setting. But this is only half of what nursing represents. Nursing is also an art. Your knowledge and skills are essential to your role. But the manner in which you provide care is equally important to the art of nursing. Staying at the bedside with a patient who is scared, listening to a family share their stories of their loved one, providing insight into who they are, or advocating for a healthy environment in which the patient and their families live. Today, we come together to bless your hands so that you may use them as instruments to provide holistic and compassionate care. Your healing presence will help individuals, families, and communities in times of joy and sorrow. As Caldwell students, you are beginning to prepare to meet the healthcare challenges of today and will be prepared for roles in both acute care and community settings when you graduate during the next academic year. Students, as you participate in the Blessing of the Hands ceremony this evening, Know that this tradition is rooted in the traditions of Caldwell University community. You are living examples of the core values of Caldwell University, respecting the dignity of all individuals, maintaining integrity in all interactions, integrating a sense of community, collaboration, and inclusion in your work, and demonstrating excellence and compassion at all times. As you wear your white coats, remember that you embody all that is the art and science of nursing. Now I'd like to, oh, you're behind.
We're ready. We are so pleased to have with us this evening Dr. George Abanza. Dr. Abanza is the Vice President for Academic Affairs and a steadfast supporter of the nursing program. So please welcome Dr. Abanza.
Thank you. Just real quickly, I want to acknowledge a colleague, Dr. Jose Rodriguez, sitting back there, Vice President of Student Affairs. This is a joint venture that we do with academics and student life. So thank you for being here and your support of our students throughout their years with us. Yeah, we could give them a right. Deserves it. So I want to thank all the parents, loved ones, families that are here, because obviously you're a tremendous support for our students. But I'm going to speak to our students a little more directly, because this message is for all of you. So given my recent arrival, I just started in August as a vice president at Caldwell. August 5th, I started. It's especially meaningful for me to be invited to the ceremony to celebrate your accomplishments so far and to start reflecting on your journeys ahead. So I hope that you can appreciate that as the chief academic officer of a university, I have to be like a parent, right, when it comes to our students across all of our academic programs. I'm not supposed to have favorites. I appreciate and care about each of our students equally so. However, one is allowed to notice the demands and the nuances of each discipline, as well as the characteristics and the qualities possessed by those who are willing to take on the challenges that come with those disciplines. So this opens up a little bit of room for, let's say, a particular admiration and appreciation. So it's true, our nursing students hold a special place in my heart. Also, like good parents, your professors, lab, and clinical instructors will continue to challenge you at all turns, not so you fail, but to help as much as possible to ensure your success. You see, our faculty and staff wouldn't be able to live with themselves if they were able to allow you to go into the profession without the utmost scrutiny and concern for how you will fare in that world. And like a good parent or teacher, when someone is in your care, you too need to see beyond the personal preferences of your patients, because your focus is on their health, which will often mean compelling them to do things that are uncomfortable and sometimes even painful to them, all in the best interest of their health. A Caldwell education provides you with the tools needed through a preparation that combines respect, integrity, and excellence. You heard Dean Boreal mention our core values, with your pursuit of knowledge and skill. In other words, a Caldwell education is intended to tether us to the greatest aspects of our humanity. These aspects, the best of our humanity, are represented directly in this very ceremony, which, quote, introduces the concept of humanistic patient care, defined as compassionate, collaborative, and scientifically excellent care. The importance of your studies notwithstanding, I also want to take the time, because I think it's my responsibility to remind us here, everyone here, the fact that your endeavor is no mere academic exercise, but rather the fulfillment of a calling for one of the most essential professions in society. In this vein, I want to share with you a little parable. Sort of digressing from the Catholic tradition, this is a Buddhist parable. Some of you may have heard this before. It's called the parable of the mustard seed. A mother goes a mother whose young son had recently died. She was unwilling to accept his death. So she walked from neighbor to neighbor in her village asking for medicine that would bring him back to life. One of the neighbors told her, "Visit the Buddha." After pleading with the Buddha to bring her son back to life, he instructed her to return to the village and gather mustard seeds from the households of those who had never been touched by illness, suffering, or death. From those mustard seeds, he promised that he would make a cure, a medicine to bring back her son. As she went from household to household, all were willing to share their seeds, but all told her that their households had not been spared from illness, suffering, or death. So she realized then the universality of illness, suffering, and death. You see, there isn't a person here in this auditorium that will not be touched by a nurse's care. Personally, my heart has been touched by the many experiences of which my family has been on the receiving end from the caring and professional hands of nurses. My father passed away from Alzheimer's in 2018. He was cared for competently and lovingly by several nurses throughout his last years. When my brother Roger was in and out of the hospital prior to his passing in January 2014, nurses cared for him around the clock. And up to the moment of his death, hospice nurses shepherded him on that crucial last part of his journey. More recently, from July 2019, the time of initial diagnosis with a glioblastoma, until the moment he entered eternal sleep, my brother Carlos had the indefatigable support of teams of nurses. Please know, if you don't already, that the gratitude you will earn, not only for the care that you will provide throughout your careers, but for your hard work along the way to prepare you. All those nights of studying, hours of practicing, the tears wrought from anxiety, frustration, worry, and hopefully some incredibly fulfilling moments as well. Please know that all of these are greatly appreciated. The compassion, empathy, and professionalism with which you will care for your patients are forged by a commitment that kindles within each of you. I urge you to never give up on your journeys of self and professional development. You've come this far, struggled long, endured too much to simply forget that every step of the way is meant for something this important. Each of you represents what is best in the ambition to serve society, to care for and heal those in need, and doing so with the utmost professionalism. The sheer fact that you have chosen such a noble profession invokes a sincere sense of gratitude in my heart, not to mention a special type of respect. I wish you well on your journeys. Thank you.
At this time in the program, I ask that all of our student nurses, both junior and senior level, and all nurses in the audience and up on stage, please stand for the Reflection on Nursing prayer. It can be found inside your programs on the second page, directly underneath the names of the students. So we're looking for anyone who's a nurse in the audience, as well as all of our students. And we're going to say the prayer together. It's under opening prayer, if you all see it. Okay. As a nurse dedicated to providing the highest quality care and services, I solemnly pledge that I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. Act in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my care. Apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. Exercise sound professional judgment while abiding by legal and ethical requirements. Accept that lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. Promote, advocate for, and strive to protect the health, safety, and rights of the patient. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. I take this oath voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Thank you. You may be seated. I'd like to welcome Dr. Megan Ryan up to the podium to lead us in our reading and gospel.
A reading from the prophet Micah. He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. A reading from the Gospel of Luke. Give to everyone who asks you, and if everyone takes what belongs to you, do not demand it back. Do to others as you would have them do to you.
The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Please welcome Dr. Jennifer Rhodes to the podium for our responsive reading.
You can follow along in your program with the response, which is, "Blessed be the works of our hands, O Holy One." Blessed be these hands that touched life. Blessed be these hands that have felt pain. Blessed be the works of your hands, O Holy One. Blessed be these hands that have embraced with compassion. Blessed be these hands that have clenched in anger or withdrawn in fear. Blessed be the works of your hands, O Holy One. Blessed be these hands that have cleaned beds and disposed of waste. Blessed be these hands that have reached out and have been received. Blessed be the works of your hands, O Holy One. Blessed be these hands that have comforted the dying and held the dead. Blessed be these hands, we hold the future in these hands. Blessed be our hands, as they are the work of your hands, O Holy One.
Thank you, Dr. Rhodes. The oil that the students will be receiving in their blessing onto their hands will now be blessed by Sister Kathleen Toot, and I welcome her to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. As we bless the oils that will bless the hands of our nurses and our future nurses, I ask that we all bless the oil. So I ask all of you who are family members, friends, mentors, guardians, loved ones, whatever you are of our students here, if you would raise your hands like this, the oil is on the table with the red cloth. So everyone, thank you. And so we pray. When we reach out our hands to provide care, to do our work as part of others, we are saying to others, you are important to us, and you are cared for by the efforts of many who value you and your needs. Your hands will do a lot in these coming years. They will bring new life into this world. They will help families find hope. They will comfort amidst suffering, and they will journey with people into death. What a great connection of the Paschal mystery that says life and death are so closely connected that you and your hands will companion people along this way. So I ask our nurses now, soon to be nurses, everyone can put their hands down. Please look at your hands. And our nurses, every nurse in here, and every human being. So holding your hands in front of you, students, Look at your hands. Holding your hands in front of you, observe their appearance and think of all that you do with your hands each day, which contributes to the healthcare needs of our community. You have chosen to bless others with your hands in the work you do. It won't be easy, but it will always be needed and it will always be blessed. So, amen.
Amen. Thank you, sister. It is always such a blessing when Sister Kathleen speaks. You feel it, don't you? You feel that tingle when she speaks for us. So we've reached the point in our program where the cloaking of your loved ones will occur and blessing of the hands. Your students will be receiving an Arnold P. Gold Foundation pin, which is based in the caring factors and humanism to help our students recognize and appreciate that they're going forward and will now be caring for the members of the community, always keeping in mind the Caldwell University mission and keeping it close to their hands. So I ask my 6 cloaking seniors to please come up to stand in the front of the stage. And let's give a hand to our seniors who have so selflessly offered to come help us. And for my faculty and students on stage, if you would please come along in the front. So for the students, there will be a pair on the stage. A faculty member or administrator will be doing the blessing while someone next to them will be handing you your pin as well as a congratulatory card from the Arnold P. Gold Foundation. So when you come up first, you will receive your coat from your seniors. And then if you come around here, walk across the stage and go in front of one of the pairs to receive your blessing as well as the card with your pin. You can place your pin on your white coat when you get back to your seat, okay? So I don't know if you want to move down a little so we can get everyone in. We'll come down a little bit. So Gianna, go on the other side so they get blessed first. Yep, okay. Let me fit everyone in. You can go in front if you want. Yeah. What a blessing to have so many people that we have to fit on this stage, right? Okay. So when I call your name, junior students, please stand, bring your jacket up to the seniors, and you can receive your white coat. You can pause for a moment if you'd like to grab a photo of that, and then they will come up on stage, and after they receive a blessing and their card, they can turn around and you can get another photo at that time. Please also know we have a place for photos after the ceremony in Cougar Den when we have our reception. Okay. Fadila Adam, Olachi Afane, Jacqueline Aguilar, Muriam Ahmed, Shelby's Ahumada, and Sister Winifred Anasobi. Please come up. Turn around for your Kodak moment. Okay, come on up. Go all the way down to the end. Go all the way down to the end. Watch the cord. Good. Go all the way down. Excellent. Okay, sister, right here. Okay. chair. Jessica Asamoah. Spriha Baral was unfortunately unable to be with us, but I want to make sure that she's recognized. Stephanie Bowacki, Joshana Bowen, Carla Claros, Rashana Dahal. Come on. Because Spira. Okay, come on up. Just watch your cord go all the way down, my dear. Juliana Esposito, Frangie Estile, Rosalind Ferreira Romero, Michael Festa, Fatimata Fofana, Isabella Fredericks. Come on up. Thank you. Watch the cord. Go all the way down. Watch the cord, my dear. Go all the way down. Okay, stop. Turn around for your photo. Okay. Great. Thank you. Nathalie Frias, Noelia Goldman, Isabella Graziani, Pratisha Gayawali, Ramisa Hassan, and Chioma Ifwezu. Come on up. I'm hearing applause from home from some of our students whose family members are home, too far for them to be able to come. So please make sure we're clapping for everyone so that everyone feels welcome here, which is good. Christelle Jean Francois, Asmina Kunwar, Alisa LaRocca, Ilana Lisboa, Marjorie Laura De La Rosa, Kafi Lovens. All the way down to the end. Watch your step. Watch your step. Berenice Loyola, Daniela Luciano, Jordan was here, ready? Brianna Martins, Victoria Melcy, Giselle Navarrete, Blessing Odo Amina. Chika Okoli, Shirvani Filizaire, Melissa Poland, Isabella Pollock, Pedro Rodriguez, Melanie Silva. Give first. Nicholas Sokolowski, Alyssa Stotts, Nasir Tippett, Kira Uglione. Go all the way down. Anywhere you'd like to go. Watch your step. At this time, I ask all of our seniors if they would like to have their hands blessed to please come up. Because for many of our students, they had a virtual blessing of the hands. So if you would like to come up and have your hands blessed, you may. Thank you. Yep. Just wait for someone to open. That's it. You can go down. Just go down. Yeah. And anyone in the audience who are nurses, I see some of our returning students here. If you would like to come up and have your hands blessed, please feel free to do so. Any nurses in the audience who would like to have their hands blessed, please come forward. Okay. Yes, please come forward. Welcome. Please. Yeah, anyone. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Please come forward. Thank you. And if the faculty would like to have their hands blessed, please have your hands blessed. Anyone of the faculty. Okay. So a nice round of applause for our amazing faculty. And I would like to welcome to the podium, when we get all of our cotton balls put away, thank you, everyone. And please welcome Dr. Donna Natural, who is the chair of the Department of Nursing.
Thanks, Kat. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Abanza, Dean Boreal, Sister Kathleen, and my fellow faculty, and Delcy for your never-ending support to the School of Nursing and Health Services. Thank you to all the students, friends, and family who came and participated in this moving ceremony. Students, turn and recognize these amazing individuals who will be supporting you through your nursing journey. You can stand up and thank your family and friends and everybody. They'll be providing a lot of, okay. Great, you'll be providing a lot of support over the next 2 years. You will need them at times, yet we must remember that they are our caregivers, so we must treat them well. Receiving your white coats now has welcomed you into the professional clinical practice of nursing. Wear them proudly. Blessing of the hands is celebrated at weddings and as well as in nursing. It celebrates the symbolism of hands as an extension of love and passion to embrace your patients, their families, and our community. Nurses' hands will work alongside others, as together we will build our future. Nurses' hands will passionately love and cherish others through the years, and with the slightest touch, will comfort like no other can. Nurses' hands will hold your patient when fear or grief fills their mind. Nurses' hands will countless times wipe tears from eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. Nurses' hands will tenderly hold children and the elderly when they are scared and alone. Nurses' hands will help you hold your families together as one in times of unimaginable sadness. Nurses' hands that will give you strength when you need it the most. And lastly, nurses' hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for others, still giving the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Thank you all for sharing tonight, and good luck in the next 4 semesters.
Thank you. So as we close, we would like to thank Dan Berg for their assistance with our video technology and streaming this for families at home. As always, Miss Delcy Shapansky for everything she did today, keeping me on task. For the amazing faculty before you, Professor Bettina Yulee, Dr. Anisha Jean, Professor Kelly Hawken, Dr. Catherine Minetti, Dr. Donna Natural, Professor Megan Pennington, Dr. Jennifer Rhodes, Dr. Megan Ryan, Professor Melissa Seepy, as well as Mrs. Melissa Dualabani, who works in our simulation lab and through assisting us with clinical clearance of your loved ones. So thank you to all here on this stage, and to our senior volunteers who came to support their upcoming junior students. We'll be looking for people next year to come help next year, so all's well that ends well. I would also like to remind everyone that we have a lovely gathering of refreshments in Cougar Den. So the stage party will process out first, followed by our students, juniors, and then seniors. And then please feel free to join us directly through the doors into the Cougar Den. You'll walk right past it, where we'll have some light refreshments and drinks for you. So thank you so much for coming, and safe home with everyone. Have a very nice evening. Yep. No, so we can just go together.